Good evening and welcome to Catholic Focus here on Capuchin TV. I'm Maureen Kimani and our signed language interpreter is Hezron Otieno. The Catholic Church continues to experience significant growth both globally and within Kenya. In a historic milestone for the faithful, Christians in Kenya proudly celebrated the new establishment of the new Kapsabet Diocese and the Episcopal installation of its first Bishop, Right Reverend John Kiplimo Lele. The celebration, which took place at the Eliud Kipchoge complex, was graced by a distinguished gathering of archbishops and bishops from various dioceses across the country. Among the notable attendees were His Excellency William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, alongside other government leaders. The Holy Mass marking the occasion was presided over by His Excellency Bart Van Megan, the Apostolic Nuncio to Kenya, who led the congregation in this momentous event in the Catholic Church's journey in Kenya.
His Holiness Pope Leo XIV, the Vicar of Christ, taking care of his church, quotes in the appointment letter of the Bishop St. Augustine, saying that the love of God is, and I quote, the only love that is not brought down by the happiness of another, because it does not envy. The only love that is not exalted by its own happiness, because it's not puffed up. The only one that is not pierced by an evil conscience, because it does not behave improperly.
We congratulate the new Diocese of Kapsabet, and we congratulate Bishop John, who is already a member of the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops. Bishop, congratulations. We come to congratulate you as we are aware of the mission ahead of you in this new church of Kapsabet. First, the sanctifying mission of Jesus Christ. You are being invited by the Lord to sanctify His people, to create for Him in this diocese of Kapsabet a holy people, a priestly nation, a royal nation, a people set apart for the glorification of His own name.
Leo hii ni siku kubwa sana katika jimbo letu la Kapsabet. Na nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu ya kwamba tuna jimbo la Kapsabet. Pia tunaye askofu Manyanga.
Kwa njia ya kipekee, askofu wetu mpya, Askofu John. Pongezi sana Askofu John kwa kuteuliwa kusimamia diocese hii mpya ya Kapsabet. Nataka nikuhakikishie kwa niaba ya serikali na kwa niaba yangu binafsi kwamba tutashirikiana na wewe, washirika wa diocese hii mpya ya Kapsabet, kwa njia zote katika kuendeleza neno la Mungu na vilevile kuendeleza mambo ya maendeleo ya sehemu hii kwa pamoja.
Right Reverend James Maria Wainena, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Murang'a, commended members of the Catholic Diocese of Murang'a's Kenyatta University evangelization team for their exemplary dedication to faith and evangelization, praising them as a model of youthful commitment to spreading the gospel.
This is a group of the alumni of Kenyatta University. They started as CUSA, and then after they graduated from their university, they amalgamated into a group that is by that name. And I'm very delighted that they came to visit us, because they have identified themselves with our diocese. They wish to continue to be a very important part of our diocese. They are a group of professionals to whom we can make reference to, even for various activities that we need to do or to undertake in our diocese. I'm very, very grateful that God gave us the inspiration to start this group about 15 years ago.
Moving on, Kenyans are frustrated by stalled and neglected road projects can now look forward to progress as fresh funding has been secured to restart reconstruction and development on track, fueling the government's drive to improve road access and stimulate economic growth. Our reporter Susan Bulemi with more details.
The announcement offers a ray of hope for many Kenyans frustrated by delayed or abandoned road construction works. According to Ndia MP George Kariuki, who chairs the committee, the financial breakthrough has enabled the Ministry of Roads to clear a large portion of outstanding debts owed to contractors, many of whom have since returned to their construction sites.
Niko na hakikisho ya kwamba zile barabara zote zilikuwa zimekwama, contractors wametoka kazini. Sasa wengi wao wamerudi kazini kupitia mpangilio wa serikali wa kulipa ile madeni yenye walikuwa wamepata, na sasa hivi 90% ya contractors wamerudi kazini. Mimi ningetaka kusema kwanza tufanye kazi, kwanza tuangalie maendeleo.
However, Gatondo North MP Elijah Njoroge Kororia took the opportunity to remind the committee of key stalled road projects in his constituency, including the Mangu-Kango Road, the Kamagumu Highway, Kairi-Matara Road, and several others under the Mau Mau Roads program.
Barabara zetu za Mau Mau Road, Thika Magumu na za huku Mangu na pia Mako na kwenda Matara ati hazijamalizika. Atutengenezee ndio zimalizike, tukue tumefurahia.
He stressed the urgent need to revive these projects to open up rural areas and boost economic activity. Both MPs called on Mount Kenya residents to focus on development and unity rather than divisive politics.
Kipata nafasi ya kusimama mbele ya kamera kama hapa, usituambie mambo ya mtu mwingine, tuambie mambo ya kutengeneza nchi na kuinua maisha ya mwananchi.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Susan Bulemi.
In other news, members of the National Government Constituencies Development Fund Board and Rulambi MP Titus Kamala have rejected calls to remove MPs from managing the fund, highlighting NGCDF's success in delivering critical development projects, especially in education and security, despite limited resources compared to county government. Here's the report by Onusevon.
During an official inspection tour in Lurambi constituency, led by Boniface Makoa, Principal Secretary in the State Department for Economic Planning and Treasury, NGCDF officials and local leaders assessed ongoing and completed projects funded through NGCDF. At the opening of 2 newly constructed classrooms at Ibenzo Primary School, funded by NGCDF, Makoa commended the fund for its significant role in grassroots development, noting its impact on improving education infrastructure and local security.
Vile sheria bado ipo inanipea lile jukumu ya kwamba kwa sababu CDF iko under me, ni lazima tufuatilie, tuhakikishe resources ambazo zinatoka pale national government zinatumika vizuri. Na CDF is, according to my opinion, the best model ambayo inaonyesha ile vizuri tunaweza tumia resources nchi yetu. CDF, mimi najua ya kwamba hata tunapotembea tukiangalia, we will do our report and that is a report based on the evidence. Kwa hivyo ninapoangalia huku kuote, naona ya kwamba CDF has left a footprint. Kupitia kwa CDF kuna mambo mengi yamefanyika, na kwa sababu ya hayo ndio naomba ya kwamba to pay our support to our leadership of the day. Na chair, si proposal tuiangalie na si tuichambue vizuri, na si tunataka tena haya maendeleo yaende kila mahali, sio ndio bottom up.
Alago Aluoch, NGCDF board chairman, emphasized the fund's effectiveness, pointing to successful initiatives such as bursary programs for underprivileged students and key community infrastructure projects.
Hizi hela haziwezi potea kwa sababu hela zimewekwa kwa mikono ya wananchi na wananchi hawezi kuijibia, hawezi kuiba hizo hela, manake ukiiba hizo hela umejibia mwenyewe pesa ambazo zimekuja ili kuweza kutekeleza maendeleo. Hazina hii ndio hazina ambayo inaleta manufaa zaidi kwa sababu ina usimamizi dhabiti. Ina usimamizi dhabiti na ina njia kuhakikisha kwamba hizi hela zinatumika kwa njia inayofaa.
Those who oppose the existence of CDF do so from a point of ignorance. They don't know the law.
Both officials underscore that NGCDF continues to outperform county governments in delivering tangible results despite having fewer financial resources. Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Onuso Yvonne.
This evening, all roads lead to Kasarani as the Total Energies CAF African Nations Championship Chan Pamoja 2024 reaches its grand finale. Two-time winners Morocco are chasing a record that title, which debutants Madagascar are hoping to crown their fairy tale run with historic victory. Sports and Blue Economic Cabinet Secretary Salim Voria says Kenya is fully prepared with tight security and 5 fun zones for funds to catch the action.
We have made provision likewise for the fun zones, even though this time round we have reduced them from 13 to 5. So we will have a fun zone in Lakisama, just behind here. We will have a fun zone in Archives in the city. We will have a fun zone at Kibra, the DC grounds. We will have a fun zone in Kidurai, and we'll have a fun zone in Jacaranda. So those are the fun zones that we'll have tomorrow, and therefore those who will have tickets, they can also watch the matches in the 5 areas that I have mentioned. We have also made adequate security arrangements to ensure a smooth flow of vehicles and also seamless access to the gates for those who will have tickets. And therefore we expect that tomorrow we will be ending Chan 2024 on a high note. And we want to urge everybody to comply and to cooperate with our stewards and all the stakeholders handling the logistics to ensure that the requirements for CAF are adhered to.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of Catholic Focus. Thank you for watching. Maureen Kimani, and our signed language interpreter has been Hezron Otieno. Enjoy your weekend and God bless.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. You are watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.
Ulikonitoa ni mbali sana, Mungu. Umefanya mengi katika maisha yangu. Hivyo basi uishia sifa. Wewe ndiwe tumaini la wanyonge. Endelea kutiririsha baraka zako.
Mark your calendars on Monday, the 1st of September 2025. All roads lead to St. Therese of Child Jesus Catholic Church at Asumbi Mother House grounds for a sacred celebration of faith, service, and unwavering commitment.
Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph Asumbi were founded in 1936 by a Millennial priest known as Father Philip Skefer here in Asumbi. We are very happy to welcome each one of you to celebrate with us.
The Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph Asumbi invite you to witness the perpetual profession of Sister Lucy Veronica Wanjiru Ndongo of Our Lady of Sorrows, Kinungi in Nakuru Diocese, Sister Beatrice Benedict Akinyi of St. Joseph Nyabondo in Kisumu Archdiocese, Sister Mary Belvin Akelo Ogwang of St. Therese of the Child Jesus in Asumbi, Homa Bay Diocese, Sister Mary Gladys Cherobon of St. Peter's Cormaet, Eldoret Diocese, Sister Maureen Aurelia Jelagat of St. Joseph Sangalo in Eldoret, Sister Rose Florence Atieno Odongo of St. Peter Claver, Yala in Kisumu Archdiocese, and Sister Benta Mary Karu of Risen Christ Nakwamekwi in Lodwar. Silver Jubilee of Sister Lucina Chepkurui Mutai of St. Michael's Bomet in Kericho, Sister Margaret Martha Chepkurui Chumo of St. Mary Vianney Chemelet in Kericho Diocese, Sister Mary Theophan Jeb Kirui of St. Paul's Kabujai, Eldoret, Sister Mary Cleophas Adhiambo of St. John the 23rd Rabor, Kisumu Archdiocese, Sister Mary Fabian Akinyi of St. Michael's Sigomre, Kisumu Archdiocese, Sister Diana Claire Akinyi Oduongo of St. Pantaleon in Kisumu Archdiocese, Sister Mary Giovanni Bosibori of St. Joseph's Nyamira in Kisii Diocese, Sister Caroline Alo Onyango of St. Michael's Sigomre, Kisumu Archdiocese, Sister Mary Titus Oyori of St. Tiberius Ekerubo in Kisii Diocese, Sister Bonifacia Chepkurui Mutai of St. Patrick's Keongo in Kericho Diocese, Sister Mary Rebecca Akinyi Otieno of St. Paul's Mbaga in Kisumu Archdiocese, and Sister Angelica Dhahabu Juba of St. Michael's Giriama in Mombasa Archdiocese. Golden Jubilee of Sister Anne Veronica Cherono of St. Mary's Matobo in Kericho Diocese, Sister Maria Concepta Kemunto of St. Gabriel's Biticha Kisii Diocese, and Sister Michaelina Nyambusi of Our Lady of Assumption Nyamagwa in Kisii Diocese, and Diamond Jubilee of Sister Justina Atieno Oduol of St. Matthew's Bardin, Kisumu Archdiocese, Sister Francis Xavier of Good Shepherd Roret in Kericho Diocese, and Sister Fidelis Bridget Akelo of the Sacred Heart Angia in Homa Bay Diocese. It is a celebration of lives poured out in service, prayer, and love. The Holy Mass will be presided over by the Right Reverend Bishop Michael Otieno Odiwa of the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay, beginning at 10 a.m. East African Time. And Capuchin TV will be right at the heart of it, camping at the venue to bring you wall-to-wall coverage via live TV and across all our social media platforms. Catch the powerful moments, witness the faith, be part of the transformation. Follow Capuchin TV on X, Facebook, and TikTok. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for live coverage, interviews, news, and behind-the-scenes highlights.
We as Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph, as we were founded by Father Philip Skefer, he inspired the first members with his exemplary way of life. He was very patient, he was very compassionate, very loving, very joyful, and served the needy. So we as Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph, our charism is joyful love and compassion of our Lord Jesus Christ. That we express this in our ministries.
Ulikonitoa ni mbali sana, Mungu. Umefanya mengi katika maisha yangu. Hivyo basi uishie sifa. Mungu, wewe ndiwe tumaini la wanyonge. Mungu, endelea kutiririsha baraka zako. Unitie nguvu na ushupavu, nisimamie ukweli na kutetea imani, tena niimarishe mimi, nihubiri neno lako. Mimi ni mtumishi wa Bwana, na nitendewe ulivyonena, na naja kufanya mapenzi yako, niko tayari.
From the depths of eternity, a sacred whisper resounds. A soul is chosen, set apart, and anointed for a divine mission. St. Joseph Missionary Society, also known as the Mill Hill Missionaries, joyfully invite you to witness a moment of celestial grace. The diaconate ordination of 9 of their brothers.
This congregation was founded by the Very Reverend Herbert Cardinal Vaughan in the year 1866 in England. And his intention of founding this congregation was to form young men who will be able to go out into the missions, to be able to spread the good news. Going where the need is greatest is an assertion that Cardinal Vaughan was fond of using. We respond to the call of Christ in the poor. That is our charism.
Happening on Saturday, September the 13th, this year 2025, these brothers will be ordained to the Sacred Order of Deacons, answering Christ's call to serve, not to be served. Witness the ordination of
Ase Neville Chongwai, Mill Hill Missionary from St. Therese Parish Ilung, Bamenda, Cameroon.
Parfait Wingo Fomo from Cameroon, the Diocese of Kumbo.
I am Mala Bonaventure Achia from the Immaculate Conception Kwasai Parish, Bafmeng, in the Archdiocese of Bamenda.
Dionysius Akongte, a Mill Hill missionary from the Archdiocese of Bamenda, precisely from St. Gabriel's Parish, Bafmeng.
Fobaso Noé Leroy, Mill Hill missionaries from Cameroon, the Diocese of Edea, Slide Bafoussam.
Amunang Siri Chiasam MHM from the Archdiocese of Bamenda, precisely from St. Jude's Parish, Fundong.
Joseph Ochieng Okoth, missionary wa Mill Hill, kutoka kwenye parokia Mtakatifu Yosefu Luanda, jimbo la Kakamega.
Evaristus Wainkem Ndito, Mill Hill missionary from the Archdiocese of Bamenda.
Derek Akaung from St. Anthony of Padua Parish, Kumbambeng, Diocese of Kumba, Cameroon.
This solemn ordination will begin with the Eucharistic celebration at 10 a.m. East African Time and 8 a.m. West African Time, respectively, at the St. Joseph Cathedral in Ngong Diocese. Under the watchful gaze of the Almighty, the Right Reverend John Obala Owa, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Ngong, will lay hands upon these servants, ushering them into the Sacred Order of Deaconate.
How can I repay the Lord for all He's done for me? A self-offering I now make. You have called me by name. I feel it within me. I'm sorry, I say here I am. I will pray
Can't make it in person? Join us live on Capuchin TV and across all our social media platforms to be part of this blessed occasion. Come, witness the mystery, rejoice in the fulfillment of a divine calling. Like, follow, share and subscribe to our pages and be part of this sacred moment. The Son of Man came not to be served but to serve. Mark chapter 10 verse 45. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.